Hey guys, Hounddoomed here, coming at you once again with another episode of Pokémon Black 2. On the last episode, we explored Victory Road and made our way over to the Pokémon League. On this episode, we're going to be taking down the Elite Four. Beforehand though, I have swapped some moves around. I have gotten rid of Cut on Electra and given her Flamethrower. I would have given her Fire Blast, but she doesn't learn it, she only learns Flamethrower, which is fine, because it's good to have a consistent option. Blu-ray now has Hydro Pump. I did give him Signal Beam back again. I was looking for some moves I could give him, and I didn't really find any that were of any use, so I've just given him Signal Beam. It will be good against the Bug and Psychic and Dark Elite Fours anyway. And then we have Krusty Krab, the Crustal, of course, and he now has Shadow Claw, which I thought would be a pretty good move to give him. Because it would mean that he has something to take down the Chantal, because Chantal is going to be quite difficult indeed, because she has some Pokemon which I don't have many moves to take them down. Ignite, still the same. Haven't really done anything different with him. Conga, again the same, and Hieroglyph has Shadow Ball. It's not really most of her Shadow Ball is not really for Chantal. It's mainly for Caitlyn, because the problem with Hieroglyph is the fact that she would be good to use against Chantal, except for the fact that she's weak to Ghost. So it's not exactly the best idea, but we're just going to run with it. Now, unfortunately, I'm just going to be very obligatory, and I'm going to run through all of the Elite Four clockwise. I hate doing this normally, but I'm going to do it this time just because. So yeah, we will see how this goes. So I'm going to lead with Chantal. It's just a matter of thinking, who do I want to lead with? I think the best bet would be Krusty Krab, to be honest. But yeah, so once you're all ready, you've got plenty of supplies, which I don't have, but well, hey, right? I've got plenty of revives, and I've got 5 max revives. I've got 4 full restores, and I think I've got some Castelia cones still. Yeah, I've got 10 of them. I don't really use full restores very often, and I've got plenty of hyper potions, so I don't really need any Moo Moo Milks. I was going to buy some, but I ended up not bothering. So let's do it. The Elite Four. In we go. Right. So we're going to be battling the first of the Elite Four in the clockwise order. I normally hate doing it in clockwise just because it's so obligatory, but I'm going to do it like this anyway. So the books will stop you from exiting, and you can't use the warp panel. So I'm afraid you're stuck here. So there is one man who wanders the world with a black dragon Pokemon to pursue ideals. As part of a novel I'm writing, I want to write down the event that happened on that day. Sorry, it has nothing to do with you. You're a challenger, right? I'm the Elite Four's Ghost-type Pokemon user, Chantal, and I shall be your opponent. Epic music enter, and we fight Chantal, the Ghost-type master. Book in hand, she leads with a Cofagrigus, level 56. Ghost type with the ability Mummy, with the moves Psychic, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Grass Knot. Yeah, so do be careful with Mummy. Obviously this is not a good thing when I have Sturdy. Well, actually no, I don't have Sturdy anymore, I forgot about that. So Will-O-Wisp is annoying. It's good to have a Pokemon who can use Shadow Ball instead of Shadow Claw. Yeah, so I don't really know if it's worth healing that burn, because Shadow Claw has quite a good chance of getting a critical hit. And the fact is that she is just going to Will-O-Wisp again straight after. So I'm just going to get this hit in, and then if it crits, it's going to KO. If it doesn't, then she won't be in full restore range. So this is going to be a much better option. Your death is not in vain, Krusty. Alright, Hieroglyph. Get out there and Shadow Ball the rest of that damage. She shouldn't be in full restore range. No, she's not. Didn't think so. Good, good. Right, Kofgarigus is down. So, the only new addition to any of the teams in the Elite Four is this little guy, even though it's a girl. We're going to go into Electra. This is Driftblim, level 56, Ghost Flying type with the ability Aftermath, with the moves Acrobatics, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. Not a particularly dangerous Pokemon, but it can hit quite hard, especially with that Acrobatics. Try not to hit it with physical moves, as you will be hit quite hard with Aftermath afterwards. Golurk. Okay, Blu-ray, you're the obvious choice for this. You resist all but one of its moves. This is Golurk, level 56, Ground Ghost type with the ability Iron Fist, with the moves Earthquake, Shadow Punch, Heavy Slam, and Brick Break. This is quite a dangerous Pokemon, but if you've got a fairly quick Water or Grass type, or even Ice type, you should be able to dispatch that thing fairly quickly. Water type is generally the best way to go, though. And lastly, now, I think I'm actually going to stay in here. This is the Stariverse show. Chandelure, level 58, Ghost Fire type with the ability Flame Body, with the moves Fire Blast, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, and Psychic, as a Citrus Berry. Blu-ray can take this thing's hits for days, so it's basically the only thing who can take a hit from this thing, except for Ignite. So, much easier going with Blu-ray for this. Do you ever feel at a loss for words when something greatly moves you? To tell the truth, I'm a writer, but right now I'm having trouble putting those into words. You were just that impressive. Or something like that. My Pokemon and the Challengers Pokemon. Everyone battled even though they were hurt. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Blu-ray. Did a fantastic job with that. Taking that Chandelure's Shadow Ball like an absolute boss. Right, we need to revive Mr. Krusty Krab. You did well, Krusty. That Kofagrigus is really tough to take down. Right, so next we're gonna have the Elite Four Grimsley. He uses Dark type Pokemon. So we're gonna head over there. So, oh, I don't really want to walk down here. Why do I have to walk down here? This seems a bit insane. Ah! Those claws are scary. Right. Okay, so I want to lead with... this seems a bit interesting, but I'm going to lead with Electra here. Just because, you'll see. Alright, so, hello Grimsley. What will be determined here is which one of us can absorb the opponent's light and shine. But who will decide that? It shall be I, Grimsley of the Elite Four, and I will fulfill my duty to be your opponent. Okay, so this is Grimsley, the Dark-type Master. Fighting him now, and he leads with a Lipard, level 56, Dark-type with the ability Limber, with the moves Fake Out, Night Slash, Aerial Ace, and Attract. The Attract is the reason why I'm leading with Electra. Be careful if you're using a fighting type, for obvious reasons, as it has Aerial Ace. It's not a particularly dangerous move, but it can hit quite hard, especially if you're using something like a Heracross. Whoa, that hit hard. Alright, well a superpower will easily destroy this thing. And then I will switch swiftly after. Okay, Crocodile. Now, I think it's got to be Blu-ray again. I think this is the... like, Blu-ray just sails through these Elite Four members. So this is Crocodile, level 56, Ground Dark type with the ability Intimidate, with the moves Crunch, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Rock Tomb. Ouch, that hit hard. Wow, Blu-ray, you just like attracting those stat lowerings, don't you? Right, Crocodile's down. There's no way it's living that. Scrafty. I think we're going to go with Conquer here. Probably going to be the best bet. So this is Scrafty, level 56, Dark Fighting type with the ability Moxie, with the moves Rock Tomb, Brick Break, Crunch and Poison Jab. Take this thing out with a nice strong Fighting or Flying type move and you will be in business. Don't care about the full restore, my guts means that this thing is going to go down in one shot. Okay. And lastly, and because of one of the moves this thing has, I'm going to switch into Ignite for a nice safe switch. So this is Bisharp, the star of his show, level 58, Dark Steel type with the ability Defiant, with the moves Aerial Ace, Night Slash, X-Scissor and Metal Claw. Has a Citrus Berry. And of course I had to miss. Of course. Where there's a winner, there's also a loser. It's pathetic to make a big deal out of losing if you weren't prepared. If you're a true Pokemon battler, you'll reflect upon your loss and think about how to win next time. God, they talk so fast. Whether or not you get to fight at full strength, whether or not luck smiles on you, none of that matters. Only results matter, and a loss is a loss. See, victory shines like a bright light, and right now, you and your Pokemon are shining brilliantly. Right. That's Grimsley down. I'm making this look really easy. It's not. It is quite difficult, but you have got to... If you have good Pokemon who can cover these Pokemon quite well, they tend to have fairly common weaknesses. I don't know why I was using that. Like, obviously, Chantal and Caitlyn are both weak to Ghost. Marshall is weak to Flying, and Grimsley is weak to Fighting, which are quite like they're all fairly common types that you're probably going to have at this stage. Fighting may be quite difficult to come by, unless you have a dedicated Fighting type Pokemon, or you have a Pokemon that has like Superpower or something, because you don't get the Brick Break TM in this game. Okay, so we have Caitlyn next, wanting to be lead with Krusty Krab, I believe. Yeah, Blu-ray just is absolutely amazing for this. Now, what I have forgotten to do is I need to give some PP ups to... Oh, actually no, I don't need to give PP ups. I'm not going to give PP ups. I'll just use an elixir. I'm sure I have plenty of them. Or an ether. I'll just use this on your Hydro Pump, just in case. Also, I do want to find where, despite how good that expert belt is, that is on my what's his face, Blu-ray, I would rather give the zoom lens because it would make Air Slash 100% accurate, and it would also make Hydro Pump 88% accurate. Now, considering my pathetic luck with Fire Blast lately, I think I need to have that extra wide lens. That's what I'm looking for. I would rather have the extra accuracy, just in case, because you never know when something like that is likely to miss. I'm going to change that item again when we get to the champion, but for now, it's definitely better to have the zoom lens, especially for Marshall. Okay, so of course Caitlyn always has to make a good entrance. Last time she was in a bed, and now this time she's in a flower of some sort, rather. Right. Okay, so this is Caitlyn. It's me who appeared when the flower opened up. You, standing over there. You look like a Pokemon trainer with strength and kindness. What I look for in my opponent is superb strength. I'm counting on you. Okay. So, this is really annoying because my thing keeps not working. Anyway, she leads with the Mushana, level 56, Psychic type, with the ability Synchronize, with the moves Reflect, Yawn, Dream Eater, and Charge Beam. This thing is really effing annoying. This thing will just Yawn and Dream Eater all the way through. You can make this very easy if you have some Castelia cones or what have you. I would rather take the sleep at this stage. I could use Shell Smash, but I could steamroll through this team with just Krusty Krab. But I'm not going to. It is quite risky. So, Reuniclus. Let's think. Oh, actually, Hieroglyph is perfect for this. Absolutely perfect. So this thing is probably going to be the worst thing to deal with. This is Reuniclus, level 56, Psychic type, with the ability Magic Guard, with the moves Focus Blast, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Recover. Very effing annoying moveset, you have no idea. If you have a Psychic Flying type, you're in business. This thing cannot do a thing to you. Ugh. However, that is really annoying. If you have a physical move, this would be fantastic to use against it. Ugh. Oh, critical hit. I like that. Full restore though. How annoying. Okay. There we go, that's what I was looking for. I was waiting a long time for that. Much better, much better. Your recover's not going to save you this time, I'm afraid, Reuniclus. Really? Is this really going to happen? I'm not dealing with a stall war here. Fine. If you want to play that way, Reuniclus, I'm just going to go for it. There we go. Much better. Alright, Sigilif is of her own. Now this one is very dangerous to have out with Hieroglyph here. I'm going to switch to Electra. This thing has a move that you might not expect, so be very careful. This is Sigilif, level 56, Psychic Flying type with the ability Wonder Skin, with the moves Psychic, Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, and Air Slash. Be very careful with Ice Beam. This thing will definitely surprise you with some of the Pokemon that you may have out. Very annoying that you had to crit me, but hey. And finally, don't really have much to do against this thing. Really need something physical. And my Krusty Krab is asleep. How annoying. Yeah, I really don't have anything I can do against this thing. I'm gonna go for Ignite. Just use Brute Force. I don't really want to have to risk waking Krusty Krab up. But this is Gothitelle, the star of her show, level 58, Psychic type with the ability Frisk, with the moves Calm Mind, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Thunderbolt. Obviously try and KO this thing with something like Night Slash, that's a very good move to have, or Shadow Claw, or X-Scissor. Those are the best moves for the job, really. Now, can I take you down from this range? We'll have to see. No. Alright, fine. Ouch! Wow, that did a lot. Oh, you're not full restoring. Okay, I'm not going to complain. Okay. So, well-deserved level there. You and your Pokemon are both excellent and elegant. To have been able to battle against my team, my Pokemon and I learned a lot. I offer you my thanks. Or something like that. Talk so fast! You haven't faced all of the members of the Elite Four yet, have you? Don't concern yourself about me. Go on ahead. Maybe I will. Right, so I'm going to get myself an Ether for that Fire Blast. And we need to do some healing. Okay, so I'm going to lead with my Hieroglyph to start with. Oh, I need to heal your sleep, Krusty. It's not like you're going to be really needed in this battle at all, but just in case the worst comes to the worst, I will have you ready to go. Okay. So, 3 down, 1 to go. Now this is the one that most people seem to have the most trouble against. It's fair to say that this guy is quite tough. I tend to have the most trouble with Chantal, but this guy has some very powerful Pokemon and very powerful moves. However, all of his Pokemon are pure fighting types, so that is something you can use to your advantage. Especially since they won't have any extra power on their other moves. So if you have something that resists fighting, like my Sigilif, then it's good. But all of the Pokemon have Rock-type moves, except one. So be careful. Anyway, you look familiar. Ah yes, I met you at Twist Mountain. The strength you are radiating is far greater now than before. Greetings, Challenger. My name is Marshall. I am the #1 pupil of my mentor, Alder. In order to master the art of fighting, I've kept training. You're also walking a similar path with your Pokemon. It is my intention to test you, to take you to the limits of your strength. Ki! So, this is Marshall, the Fighting type Master of the Elite Four. He leads with a Throw, level 56 Fighting type with the ability Guts, with the moves Rock Tomb, Bulldoze, Storm Throw, and Payback. Be very careful if you're using something like a Flying type to take this thing down. Also be careful if you're using a Psychic type, as this thing basically has all of its weaknesses covered. However, it's not particularly strong, and you only have to really worry if you're using a Psychic type, as Payback will hurt. Rock Tomb is only 100 power, whereas Payback will be 200, as Throw is likely to go second, unless you've got a really slow Psychic type like Reuniclus or something. Yeah. Storm Throw will always get a critical hit as well, just in case you're not familiar with that move. And then Bulldoze is Bulldoze. Oh, big guns already. Okay. So, difficult moveset to deal with here. What on earth do I want to do against this thing? Electra, I think you're going to be a safe option-ish. So, this is the star of this show, Conkeldurr, level 58, fighting type with the ability Sheer Force, with the moves Citrus, it has a Citrus Berry. I'm reading things wrong. It has the moves Stone Edge, Hammer Arm, Retaliate, and Bulk Up. Whoa, that hit hard. Ouch. Okay. God, I completely balls that up, didn't I? Oh well. Haha, there we go. That's what we like to see. Bye bye, Conkeldurr. Okay. Mienshao. Ignite, you're a safe option for this. So this is Mienshao, level 56, fighting type with the ability Regenerator, with the moves High Jump Kick, U-Turn, Bounce, and Retaliate. All of his Pokemon have the move Retaliate after Throw, but they don't seem to use it. I don't really know why. But it will be 140 power, so be very careful if he uses it first thing. This guy didn't full restore either. Oh, really? Okay, well there we go. Now, arguably the worst thing you're going to have to fight on this team. How the hell do I want to deal with this thing? Yeah, Conker's a good safe bet for this one, I think. So, this is Sork. Level 56, fighting type with the ability Sturdy. With the moves Payback, Rock Slide, Retaliate, and Brick Break. Go for a safe Drain Punch, I think. Wow, that Brick Break did so much. Then again, so did my Drain Punch. Sturdy is so annoying. There is no single strongest Pokemon combination and what have you. And he respects you, and yeah. It's too fast to read. Now, you have become the strongest trainer in this Pokemon League. The statue in the central chamber will take you to the Champions Room. So, the Elite Four is down. What do we have left? Just the Champion. So, after some healing and one item change, turns out that Blu-ray actually didn't really need that that thing at all. But what the hell, you know, better be safe than sorry. What am I going to do? I need Castelia Cone. That's what I need. Going to remove that paralysis from Ignite. So, on the next episode, I need to do that item change. I need to remember. I need that expert belt, big time. Mainly because Blu-ray is not going to be using Hydro Pump very much in this next battle. Whoops, spoilers. No. You'll see, you'll see, you'll see, you'll see. Hieroglyph is not who I'm going to be leading with at all. Okay, so, on the next episode, we will be fighting the champion of the Unova region. But who will it be? It's not Alder. We'll have to see. On the next episode. So until then, I'll see you next time, guys.